In this lecture, I will explain you about the concept of electrical earthing and its objectives. The learning objectives of this lecture are: what is electrical earthing system, objective of electrical earthing, main component of an electrical earthing system, what is to be earthed. Now, I will cover all objectives one by one. So, let me see what is electrical earthing system. The earthing refers to the grounding. Therefore, we can say that earthing is also known as grounding. It is a method of discharging of fault current or overload current or short circuit current directly to the mass of earth through a low resistance wire or electrical cable. It provides a low resistive path to any type of fault oblique surge current. In other way, we can define the electrical earthing. The term earthing means connecting the neutral point of supply system or the non current carrying parts of electrical apparatus to the general mass of earth in such a manner that fault oblique surge current discharged immediately to the earth without any damage oblique danger to the connected equipments. See here, we will discuss type of earthing in detail, but the picture shown just a preview about the earthing. What are the various objectives of the earthing? Why we need the earthing? The main objective of earthing is to provide safety to human or living being from electric shock or electrocutions. Earthing provides an alternative path for the fault current to flow to earth through a low resistive earth conductor instead of human oblique living being, that is worker oblique users or animals, etc. In figure, an electrical system without earthing is shown. An electrical equipment is given electrical supply through the single phase transformer whose neutral is earth. If this electrical equipment gets faulted, means the live wire gets connected to the body of the electrical equipments, then the fault current completes its path through the live wire, body of the electrical equipment, then neutral and then earthing. In this case, the potential of electrical equipment is just equal to the supply voltage. If any human being or living being come in contact to the faulty equipments, then the fault current finds its path through his body because the body resistance is very less and the fault current continue flowing through the live wire, faulty equipment, then human body, then earth and then neutral wire. In this case, when the current flows through the human body, the man gets electrocuted or if it will get shock. On the other hand, if the electrical system is provided of local earthing or proper earthing, then what will happen? See in the figure. Here also the same electrical equipment is given electric supply through the transformer whose neutral is earthed and a local earthing is given to this electrical equipment. Now, in case of the fault, the electric potential of the electrical equipment will not reach up to the supply voltage because it is connected to the earth and earth potential is considered at 0. Therefore, all the fault current in this case will complete its circuit like live wire, electrical equipment body, then local earth, then through earth it will goes to the neutral earth and then complete the circuit. In this situation, if any human being or living being come in contact with the faulty equipments, then also the fault current will not change its path, means fault current will flow through the equipment body, local earth and neutral earthing. So, man will not get the shock or it will not be electrocuted. Thus, we have seen that earthing is very essential in the electrical system. Another objectives of earthing are to protect building, machinery and appliances under fault conditions, that is to ensure that all exposed conductive parts do not reach a dangerous potential. What is the dangerous potential? The dangerous potential basically the potential at which that electrical equipment is connected. In this figure, we can see that a 3-phase transformer whose neutral is properly earthed, supplying a 3-phase supply to the panel, and then from the panel a single phase supply is given to the appliances. These appliances may be your oven at home, may be refrigerator, may be the pump or any other equipments may be connected to your electrical wiring system at the home. This electrical equipment is grounded through the earth and in home it is generally earth continuity conductor. Now, if this appliance got faulted or live wire gets touched with the appliance's body, then the fault current will flow from the panel to the appliance from panel to the appliance frame, appliance body, then ground conductor means earthing lead and local earth, then through earth it will reach to the neutral point of the transformer. In this case, if this rover come in contact with the appliance or you open your oven which is properly grounded, you will not get shock, you will not be electrocuted. The another objective of the earthing is to provide safe path to dissipate lightning and short circuit currents. In figure it is shown that there are the two buildings which having very valuable precious stores have been provided air terminals to discharge the lightning current to the ground directly. If these lightning terminals are not provided, then the lightning can damage to these buildings and the material kept inside the buildings. In figure it is clear that whenever there is a lightning stroke, it will be attracted to the air terminal, and from the air terminal copper strip or via copper cable it will go to the earth which have been provided near to the building. There are another objectives of the earthing. A good earthing has low impedance which ensures that faulty circuit is eliminated quickly, because if fault sustained in the system for a long time, it can pose a serious threat to the stability of the distribution system. Almost all electronic devices generate harmonic currents that can cause overheating to neutral point of the transformer or the generators, which can result damage to connected device unless the device is grounded. Surge protector also work efficiently when they are grounded properly. The earth conductor serve as a return conductor in electric traction system and the communication system. Proper earthing helps in reduction of electricity bill also. Earthing helps in decreasing the chances of overloading, which in turn reduces the flow of excessive current through the electrical device, thus it decreases the electricity bill. Let me see what are the main components of an earthing system. Basically there are three main components: earth continuity conductor, earthing lead and earth electrode. All three components are shown in the drawing. Earth electrode is the electrode shown in the figure which is buried into the ground. The earth electrode or earth plate which is buried in the ground, this is the earth electrode. It may be of different shapes. Then a test connecting point is shown in the figure. That connecting point is also known as test point. The conductive wire between the test point and the earth electrode is known as a earthing lead, and from the test point earth continuity conductor is connected to the main distribution board as shown in the figure. From the main distribution board, the earth conductor will goes to all house wiring and metallic equipments. The symbol is also shown in the figure. Let me discuss about each component in detail. A conducting wire which interconnects the conducting metallic body parts of electrical installations, that is metallic conduit, AC duct, boxes, earth pin of sockets, distribution boards, regulating and controlling devices, metallic parts of electrical machines such as motors, generators, transformers, neutral point of transformers and generators, and the metallic framework where electrical devices and components are stored is known as earth continuity conductor or earth wire. The resistance of earth continuity conductor must be very low. According to IEE rule, resistance between consumer earth terminal and earth continuity conductor should not be more than 1 ohm. In simple word, resistance of earth wire should be less than 1 ohm. The cross-sectional area of earth continuity conductor should not be less than the half of the cross-sectional area of the thickest wire used in the electrical wiring. In general, the size of bare copper conductor used as a earth continuity conductor is taken as 3 SWG. In any case, it should not be less than 14 SWG. The copper strip, galvanized strip are also used as a earth continuity wire oblique earth continuity conductor. Earthing lead, the conducting wire connected between earth continuity conductor and earth electrode is called earthing lead. The point where earth continuity conductor and earth electrode is met is known as connecting point or test point as shown in figure. There should not be any joint in the earthing lead and it must not be bent, that is, it must be laid in straight directions. Generally, copper wire or GI strip or copper strip of suitable size are used as earthing lead. The size of earthing lead depends upon the fault current. However, the minimum size should not be less than 8 SWG. The size of earthing lead is calculated by using the formula as given below, that is earth conductor size equal to square root of I square of fault current into Ts divided by K, where K is a material constant. For Gi conductor, K 80, for the Gi, that is galvanized iron conductor, K 80, for copper conductor, K equal to 205, for aluminum conductor, K is equal to 126, and in the formula I is known as a fault current and Ts is known as the time in second, for which the system can withstand the fault. Let me see the example. Calculate the required Gi conductor size for 20 kA fault current at 0.5 second. Put the data into the field. Here fault current is given at 20,000, means 20 kA. Ts is given as 0.5 second, and after putting the data into the formula, K equal to 80 because it is a Gi wire. By putting the data into the formula, we get the size 176.8 square mm. Considering next standard size, the required size of earth conductor comes to 185 square mm. The third component of earthing is earthing electrode. Earthing electrode is a metallic plate or a pipe or a rod which is buried in the earth and is connected to the earth continuity conductor through the test point, and earthing lead is called as earthing electrode. The earth electrode has very low resistance and transfer fault current safely to the mass of earth. Next objective is we have to see what all points are required to be earth in the electrical system. According to IE rule and IEE, that is Institute of Electrical Engineers regulation, the following points are to be earthed. Earth pin of socket, all metal casing or metallic covering containing live wires such as GI pipes and conduits, iron clad switches, iron clad distribution fuse boards, and all electrically operated gadgets having metallic body frame. The frame of generator, stationary motors and metallic part of all transformers, neutral point of transformers, etc. In a DC 3-wire system, the middle conductor is to be earth. The stay wire of overhead line to be earth. Lightning arresters, gang operating switches are required to be earth. Body or frame of the switch gears such as VCBs, OCBs are required to be earth. Switch yard fencings also required to be earth. This list is not exhaustive. We should know that the metallic body of all the equipments or gadgets or appliances connected to the electrical system are required to be earthed. Apart from that, the neutral point of the generators and transformers are required to be earthed. Thanks.